We are live. We are currently live. Okay, great. So, hello, welcome. I've been wanting to live stream this for a bit. So, okay. First things first. Hi. My name's Matt or the Great Matt. That depends on whatever you prefer to call me. And today we are streaming an animation process for my friend Silver Soul. The thing is, I popped up in one of his streams, Helldiver streams. He was making a comic dub. It was a lovely time. And he kind of like, as he was working on one shot, he was like, I wish I could kind of like animate this or like make it in between there or something like that. And I was like, I remember that I was like, yeah, I could do that and make a stream out of it or something. So that was like a whole thing, and I never kind of got to do it because there's been just a shit ton of work and stuff. But now we finally have time, so let's get into it. As you can see, we have our little workspace here. So what this workspace exactly is that this is an animation workspace. So this is like the amount of frames we'll be using for this animation. So it's gonna be, I mean, animation, you know, like it's just animation, man. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and create a new folder, and I will import there our reference, and our reference is in the Helldiver's time-lapse. There we go. These two screenshots that I took. So here we have, and we have to kind of like size them up a little bit to match the animation borders, which means it's gonna be a little bit of like a fucking insane. Hold on. Yes, apply transformation. Okay, this one we don't want this one, or we don't want this one, it doesn't matter. So this one we want to be, so if you notice, right, there's like a blue circle over here, or blue circle, blue triangle, and that's basically our shot. The scene is like a little bit bigger, but this is basically our camera shot. So what we want is to ideally fill this up as best as we can. Actually, let me just kind of go a little bit down on this one with opacity, so I'm not exactly there. We kind of have it kind of like this. Yeah, I would say this is good. It is not good because this motherfucker needs to be in there. It doesn't matter. I mean, man, this is kinda harsh. So you know what, we just go ahead and slap this way, and then this one is gonna be in the same kind of position. It has to be like the same kind of position, but you know, like, you know, once you kind of like, you can kind of like see like this is exactly where the animation will stop. So you know, we have to kind of like think about, I'm already flipping it to see like if this is gonna make sense, you know. This is like a technique that animators use to kind of like see if the two frames are gonna be there. I would kind of like maybe pop it here, maybe if it's like a little bit of a, yeah, this is gonna be way better. Like, see how the head ultimately like goes down straight up instead of like this was like an angle. This is gonna be a better thing. So okay, so on this first frame we're just gonna roughly draw this with 7, approximately with the black one. So we'll have like a different things, actually 10, actually maybe 20, I'm not sure if like, yeah, 20 maybe, it could be good. I kinda wanna do gray. Kind of want to do more of a gray thing in here. So what we want right now is to kind of like specify the dimensions, right, of the creature. Like, what's the parts that are going to be moving? What's the things that what is it made out of? You know, like there's like, for example, right here it's the head of the creature, right? So we want to just kind of like simple shapes to kind of like realize, hey, this is the head of the creature right here, and this is where it kind of moves, and this is how it moves and whatever. So it's not like, you know, so it's a little bit easier for me to understand this thing. There is a stump over here, for example. That's an interesting kind of part of it. There's a whole like body in the back here, I feel like, you know, and also there should be like a body here. So I mean, you know, because of the VFX right here, it's just kind of hard to see, but like we want to kind of like get that down there, and want to kind of like loosely trace these things so we can have like an idea of like what's the movement from this thing, you know, down to that one. So what we're working with is like this. Is there legs? Because this is definitely a leg, right? Right, this is definitely a one leg. But then which one of these is a leg? I think like this one, right? That would make sense, right? We'll go with this one. I don't know if this is the correct one, but we'll go with that one. So, okay. Next up, we're gonna close this, and we have this kind of mesh here. Huh. What an interesting stuff is this here. Okay, so on the ninth one, we're gonna do the same thing, basically, what we just did here. And we're going to kind of, because this is gonna be the 9th. So we're gonna basically like realize like, okay, this is the head now. This is where the body kind of flopped here. This is the kind of arm things. Alright, just kind of like, you know, from the start, we just kind of establish where all the limbs are, you know, that's what we need right now. That's definitely something that we need, because then we don't know how are these limbs are gonna move, right? Like, we don't know. We do not actually know. So, we do not know. And we need to know, so we need to figure that part out. So I think this one is kind of like this, in this kind of way. So it's a very interesting thing this far. Okay, so this is how I kind of see it, and now we have to flip between this one and this one. So how we do that is that we just take this. We just, hold on, enable light table. Oh, come on, man. What's happening here? Okay, so one. Can I put one here? I mean, this is not how it used to work. Hold on, I'm just thinking about light table here. There it is, general light table, there it is. I'm so stupid. There we go. So now what we have is this. What the hell is this, you might ask? And that's pretty much light table. Basically, what we want to do now is to create an in-between between this first one and this 9th one. So we want to ideally go into this 5th one, and actually we want to do a 9th one as well down here. Oh, come on, down here. So in the 5th one, there we go, we're doing something that's kind of interesting here. So, and then in between, it's called an in between because it's actually in between. So holy hell. Let's start with the head first. So we want to kind of like get the idea of where does this head go from this shape down to that shape. So let's just kind of like trace a little bit here. Yeah, I'm not sure how to approach this. There's a lot of like very, oh gosh, a lot of very interesting weird shapes here. But okay, we're up for the challenge anyway. So, I know that there needs to be like a leg going up here, right? The body needs to kind of go down here in the middle, right? That's pretty much where the body would be. Now, since this is this way, this leg kind of goes this way. This leg kind of goes this way, and this kind of goes kind of like halfway down there. So what we'll end up with here, and the head is kind of like in here. So what we'll end up with now is, it should be, well, if I just kind of draw this, so it should be kind of good to play. Damn it. If I could just kind of like disable it. I can disable these, so I need a little bit better approach to this thing. In this one, it kind of shrieks, right? So let's kind of work with that. How about we work with that actually? Kind of work with the fact that it has an open mouth as well. Kind of have to work with that as well. And I didn't time lapse this. Oh my god, well, that's crazy. I'm gonna just put on a time lapse now because of the reasons why. I really want to like record the time lapse here because that might be interesting to see. So we have this, and then we have this. So what I'm thinking here, right? Like 9. So for the fifth one, we want to really kind of, I suppose I'll copy this one and just kind of like put it halfway there, maybe with some sort of like, you know, right, so like, you know, we want to kind of copy that and just kind of like bring it up, and maybe like a little bit like a free transform, which is like, you know, kind of like almost like that. Yeah, I think like that could be kind of cool to kind of have like the kind of like, you know, like the idea of like, okay, well, this is kind of like in the back there, the kind of like monsters in the front here. Yes, it starts to kind of like make sense after a while. So this makes sense as well because it kind of like is there. It kind of makes sense for this one to be like a little bit lower. So this is its body. As for this, I have an idea here. Like the motion's down here. Like, yeah, this kind of has to go down here. So how do we approach that? Actually, I might be able to do that. Hold on. I can just do this. Hold on. If I do this, right, and I just grab it and technically slope it like this in between, you shouldn't really like see the difference in there, right? Because it's kind of like falling, right? So it's kind of like, but it's not exactly there. Well, for now we'll leave it like this. I think like it's a very interesting kind of like thing. So I don't think you'd see a lot of the hand behind it, but like I will just kind of like get something in here just in case. Right, just kind of like, you know, it kind of falls down to here. In here, it's a little bit different because it kind of is like this. Hold on, I'm kind of thinking about. Let's just see the basic one, right? If we can do anything about this shape right here, right? Because it's a super interesting shape. If we can kind of like make it so it's like this, maybe like a little bit smaller, so it's like that, maybe like a little bit here. Maybe? Like, can you see like where I'm going with this, right? Like, it's like literally, not really that hard, but like, you know, it's kind of like, how would this creature kind of work? You know what I mean? Like, would it be really that difficult for this creature to kind of fall like that, you know? It's pretty realistic, except it starts to come together. I really like it. Hold on. Except, hold on, this part. I don't like this part. How would I do that? I mean, I would say that it's kind of pretty big, right? Like it's kind of like it's like really in the way of the falling, right? Because it's kind of like that. So similarly to this one, where it's like this is a big thing. I kind of want to do this one as well, as big or more bigger even, because the creature is falling and it's kind of like has like that kind of like very you know like maybe, you know, like you have to kind of like think about like how the movement is gonna affect this. I don't like this part. I don't like it. I need it to be more like in the middle, I think, you know, and actually like a little bit more on this side. It's like a little bit more like, you know, maybe, you know, like, yeah, that kind of makes sense, you know, now that I'm thinking about it. Kind of like a little bit more. Because it kind of has those like big front legs. I was thinking this is kind of good. Right, it's pretty well. We're doing pretty good thus far, I think. I think we're like getting the basic shape of the. Just kind of like do a little cleanup here. Get the basic shape of the action down. You know, and that's very, very nice. So actually, was that the front one? Hold on. Maybe I made a mistake here. Hold on. No, this is the front one, so it's kind of like this, and then now that we have like figured out the, you know, like I think the head is nice. And then this is the one, so it kind of is bigger, right? But that's like it's because it's like it kind of falls to the front. I don't know. Should make it smaller, because those big front things are like. I know. Let's just work on the legs, and then like we'll decide what the hell are we gonna do with the other things. So you know, for legs, we're just gonna do this, like a little bit, like, you know, like it's just kind of like. And then, you know what, I think we need this one as well. Oh no, hold on. the other one in here is this one. So if this is here, which really means is that this is gonna be like this, maybe, you know, like a little bit out there, but not really out there, you know what I mean? It's kind of like this. So now that we have this, I don't know, because now that we have legs, we have over here, and this leg is over here. So what the frick am I doing over here? This cannot be here. It does not make much sense for these legs to be sticking out of here when the line of like color or whatever, not color, but like, you know, the line of sight is like literally. I think like this could be like it would be like right here. That would be the point where like a leg is kind of like sticking out. Right here, you know, right? And maybe for this one, I would just kind of like edit it like this. Something along those lines. I mean, like it really has to be like a small leg, because it kind of collapses on itself. So okay, I'm thinking about it. Hold on. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking like this leg is right here, right? Does that make sense, you know, to you? Like how this leg is like right here? You know, like it's almost right here, like it's just an estimate of how the leg should work. Let's see. Yes, kind of, maybe. I'm not sure, like, how does the legs go from there, right, like from beneath him, to the side so quickly, right? It does not make sense, but maybe we'll figure it out as we go. Because for the other leg, I do like the idea of it to be like this way, like just like, hey, I just want to end here, right? That makes sense. For this one to end here, that makes an insane amount of sense. I'm almost threatened, or I almost feel freaking like scary how cool that looks. Already, like, you know, I like it. Because he's not like down yet, to the point where you can see his legs, right? It's he's barely standing, and the front legs gave up. So what it means is that the back legs are kind of like gonna follow up. So, you know, for this particular leg, it's kind of difficult to kind of like for me to pinpoint the exact location of it, because it is kind of like this, right? Like so. But if we were to do that, hold on, and say, I'm gonna kind of like take this leg, right, just straight up. I'm gonna be taking this leg, right? And I can't really like pull it in. So stupid. Hold on. You know, I cannot be pulling it in because it's just kind of like I would have to. I kind of want to move it, like, right? Like we could kind of like theoretically we could move it like this, where it's like it's almost barely behind this one, and it would make kind of sense, but like, you know, in a weird way where it's like, you know, it's like this. But then again, like we are like missing this thing, which is like a very important, which is like right over here, man. I don't know. Actually, we can do, I believe. Okay, so we can kind of like do okay. No, we cannot. We cannot. I'm sorry, we cannot. Hold on. We cannot do that. But now I have the idea of like where the leg actually should be. So it's very like, you know, like it's a little bit like down here, but not entirely down there. So it's like it's a little bit like this. Like where it's like something like that. See how it's kind of weird? Only kind of like, because the ground is over here, right, for these two legs. So the leg should be somewhere here. This is interesting. This is interesting to kind of talk about, right? I mean, you know, it's an interesting topic to discuss even. Yeah, that should be good, you know, because like sometimes you're just gonna like, you know, have to draw the horizon between like the one leg and the second leg to kind of like think about like where are they in terms of everything. So let's see how it kind of does, right? In terms of animation, straight up. That's just my stuff. This is the stuff. So it kind of falls, and then it, okay, that's way better than I wanted this to end up being. Right? I mean, like it's just kind of like that's really nice, especially the back legs, kind of like, you know, kind of like going like down. Boom, boom, power right there. It's pretty a good thing, except, you know, right? We can say except because we can say that. Except, oh man, how about this thing? This, like, there's a giant club here and there's like nothing here, and that's a little bit inconsistent. But I mean, we can fix it probably in the 7th one. But like, we can take this one and we can take the, you know, we can take this one. Hold on. We can take this one. We can take the 9th one, and we can just kind of like put them in a table together. And in a 7th, we can say, well, actually, it's just now half of the actual thing because of the reasons why. And this is how you basically animate. How I animate most of my things. Like, I don't know, it's like, maybe like this, you know, and then you're like, huh, you know, and we'll see. I suppose we see how it kind of works, because it has to be, you know, like this is just a rough diamond in the works, right? You can say this is the rough diamond in the works. What the hell is happening here? Yeah, I'm just moving because I'm actually on the ground. There's no pillows. Anyway, it's a rough diamond in the thing. So, I mean, we can probably fix it. Maybe not fixed it. It's kind of right there, isn't it? It's kind of right there. I mean, come on, look at that. Maybe we'll just take a look at it anyway. But now for the 7th one. Okay, that's going to be an interesting one. I mean, you know, I'm just kind of like, yeah. So for this one, I kind of want to, you know, we continue with the breaking down process. This is like the 2nd process because we have our breakdown. We have our like initial breakdown. It's pretty good. I feel like really nice about it. So what we want now is to know what the hell is happening here. So what we want to know is how does this go down here. So, you know, that's fairly easy because it's kind of like, because I'll show you right here. So, you know, in between these two. So So maybe. We'll see how it is. So this one is like this. So I will actually kind of like will try to kind of like cut the corners here, and we'll make a kind of like a depository thing right here. And so, by the way, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Don't you dare to correct me or anything. It's okay. If I don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay. So I think like I want to just first see like how does this kind of like. Okay, I want to see this. I want to see the other one. The other thing, which is this big thing. It has to be, it has to be a different shape. Slightly different shape, slightly filled out shape, it's slightly filled out shape. I need it to be a slightly filled out shape, so I need it to be a filled out shape because it's just kind of weird this way. So it kind of does that, and kind of like I need this to be filled out shape, so actually, because right now it's kind of like going down, which is not really what I wanted to be doing. So I'm gonna take it and I'm going to actually rotate it in a way that makes more sense. Essentially, it's kind of like this, where it's like it's getting like that kind of a verticality almost, maybe a little bit more. I mean, I don't know how much do we want to go for it, but I think like I want to go for something like this. It's just like, dude. No, the verticality was actually great, I think, in a way. Because it can kind of like create a sense of, well, it needs to be down here, right? Like it needs to be down there, it just needs to be vertical, almost vertical, because it kind of like can create, it kind of can create this like, it's falling, and then at the same, like in the next scene, for example, in the 8, you can make a breakdown that is gonna be like, okay, well, actually, it's actually, it actually kind of like grabbed itself, from the jaws of death, right? It's almost like it's climbing back up, like it's almost like that last. Like the last ounce of like life, like before, like I'm not sure. Yeah, it's like we want to do this, we want to do that, and that's like maybe like that, you want to just kind of like for it to be grabbing, like something like, I don't know. What about the other hand? I don't know. I'm thinking because the idea of it's kind of like falling, almost catching, it's kind of cool, but like it doesn't like fall, because this is like a fully fallen specimen, right? But falling doesn't really like, just falling straight up, it's just not exactly it. So what do we do here? I don't know. I have no clue. Absolutely. Because we need an in between there somehow. We need to in between this one and in between this one. So what I'm thinking actually is to kind of create this. Yeah. It's kind of create this thing, which is like it's falling almost like perfectly on itself, kind of like that. It's almost perfectly falling, you know. Maybe we should kind of like do this one. How about that? Maybe this would be maybe better. Like it's comically falling. I know, because it's the same thing as 5. Maybe yes, because it can fix you know how like maybe like the rest of the body falls, like maybe like this body part fell, like it was like first this part of the body and then this part of the body fell, like it's kind of like first then this, like basically this kind of fell the first, this the second, and this the third. So kind of like what I'm trying to kind of like go for here is I have no clue here. Huh. Actually, let's just. Okay, this is actually good. Let's just in between it, I suppose. And then we'll see, like, okay, well, this is not exactly working. Maybe, we'll see that, oh, well, this actually is not exactly working, my guy. And I'm like, okay, well, what would be working? And it's like, it's obvious. And then, like, it's not obvious at all. So we're thinking about it, like, how could it kind of like be falling? So I'm just kind of like thinking about like the shape, You know what? Let's just kind of like put it on a hold right now. So it's kind of like on the 5, it's on the 7, and then it's like on the 5th, which is nice, but not really. So let's kind of put it this way, and then we kind of like go further in with these things, like oh well, there's more legs suddenly, because of the reasons why. Obviously, there is like more of like this thing where whereas there was not that much thing on this thing, and then we just have like we have like a good kind of like a base to work off of, right? I mean, we have like this, this thing, which is like almost working by now. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, no, we need something here. I don't know what exactly, but I mean, we need something. Then I just played a couple times. Truly kind of like see the idea of like, oh, actually this is not a total piece of crap. Hold on, it's actually something good that we're doing here. I mean, it's probably a piece of crap. I don't know. So I would just do this. It's probably not a piece of crap. Hold on. Oh, you're doing good progress on that, I suppose. For this to be this way, I mean, it's just what is it? that you have so much on your mind. I don't know, just I got this. Okay, well, you know, the ninth one is it's gonna be like over things, so we have to kind of like a longer, and then the between of this one is kind of nice because it kind of like supports this, but I don't know if it should have less. You know, like I mean, it obviously should. But to what degree, to what extent, I don't know. So I'm just gonna... Okay, maybe a little bit. Like literally like a little. Like the smallest bit of this needs to be an arc. Oh, come on. Smallest bit of this needs to be an arc, so... Maybe, like this. It's just kind of like a little because we're trying to like make it an in between these two, so look at this dude, look at this thing. So what we're trying to do here is this fifth one, this one, so like that, I don't know, just like, no, that looks like very weird, interesting. We can figure out the body, we can figure out most stuff, but when it comes to legs, I mean, we are clueless. Okay, we're still keeping it simple, pretty simple. Let me think for a second. In between words should be easy in betweening, but like... Hold on, maybe I got it. Maybe we got it, actually. Hold on. This way. What did I told you? I will have it. I will get it. Okay, never mind. Still, it's way too thick for it to be a thing, so... so this is here. This is... Hold on. I need to actually disable one. I know which one, but like... This would actually be... Wait, like right here maybe? Maybe we'll keep it this way, you know? Maybe it's like... It's like, it's farther away, which means like it cannot be having this. You know, maybe we should kind of like leave it like very big, you know? As like, you know, like, oh my goodness, it's just a leg, you know? That's a big leg right there, holy hell. And we'll keep it this way so far. Then we'll feel like, we need to change that, because it does not like really look that bad. I think I don't think so, at least, you know. If anything, like, you know, the bridges between it actually kind of make, like, put more of a, you know, like if I just put a bridge there, like, or like a gap there, right? Like this like this, like right over here. If I put a gap here, it actually kind of like brings more attention to that part. which we don't want to. So we're sticking with our design here. And now we have to just simply do the third one, which is this fifth one, and the first one, which is because the third one is not exactly in the fifth one. So, well, how did it happen? Right? How did this happen? So I think what we wanted to do right here is to establish a head shape. Going from this head shape to that head shape is it's going to be an interesting thought process, right? Like, how do you go from this head shape to this head shape? And this is by doing this head shape right first. We're gonna kind of like make it maybe smaller, maybe like a little bit more like authentic, but like we will understand that head shape when we cover it with this head shape. Look at this. You can kind of like go this way, and kind of see how, that's exactly possible. So. And what I want in here, for example, is less of this above this. So what I want here is for this to be kind of like still screaming, right? Yeah, see? Actually even less of this. So I really want the screaming to be there, so I really want like for like maybe half like half a face for this to still be there. We'll just take this one, we'll just put it more like maybe towards that place, and then we have our head, we're just like I mean, it does not exactly look the way I was hoping for it to look, so. I mean, it's there. I suppose it's there. I mean, huh. Because like it makes sense that this is really big and then this is kind of like a smaller, but not that small. I don't want it to be that small, so I want it to be actually like a little bit bigger. So I don't know how much I will go, but I will go quite the distance for being able to make this as big as it needs to be. That actually makes sense, like how this really kind of makes sense. Makes you wonder, like, how the hell I managed to do this, Okay, nice. Let's see. Actually, let's go with the first one. I suppose that was like the better version of it, in a way. So we have still like this kind of like thing where you're like, oh, there's a something like here. The legs already are beginning to kind of go down, so I would say like they're like halved already here. This is like a little bit upper, as it's like the body, as the body gets like kind of like shriveled and you're like Maybe also the legs are like a little bit wider apart. Maybe the legs are actually here. Maybe links are actually there. But like, let's just not go down that route yet. But to go from here to here. So again, we have the question of the arms, of the legs, of the things. So how to go from here to here? It's easy. You just take this thing, and then you simply just grab this and kind of like do this, which I mean could or could not be a thing, but like, okay, never mind. I mean, we grab this and we tilt it like this. Yeah, there we go. See? It kind of works. I mean, it's a process. Okay, trust the process. You know, I tell you, trust the process, and we'll see the results. Don't worry about that. Don't you worry about anything, right? Okay, we don't need to worry about anything right now because we are doing right on our own. Hold on. Let's just like pretend that we're actually doing great, you know. I mean, we were doing pretty good, I would say. I know we have a basic idea down, you know. We're just trying to do more and more breakdowns as we go because of the reasons why, you know. And the reasons why are like, why not, you know? Why the fuck not, you know? So I wanna kind of like change this from this to this. Right, and then you just kind of want to grab this, and then you want to be like, huh, so this kind of makes sense to be like this. So, you know, it's like, see how it kind of like works? Just by like having like one shape, look at that. It works. Holy hell, it actually works. See how it's crazy? Okay, this one, I mean, I need these legs to be spread further apart already. So it's like I need them to be like at least here. I mean, maybe get there. I mean, I understand that. It's like the kind of thing, but I kind of want them to be like a little bit more spread out already. See how it's, you know, again, I move just the legs, and it's like it's way more accurate than it used to be, right? Like it's falling quite fast, so it's kind of like boom, you know. The arm goes with the head. It all kind of follows this beautiful things. You know, yeah, it does work. The general idea kind of works. Like these are like the things, right? And then then we do another series of, oh my goodness, it's gonna be so epic. But how do we make it look like the comic book? Which I don't think I can. I mean, there's a part of me that wish I could, but I don't know if I can do that. Please. I am wondering about that. I am wishing. Hold on, I'm looking up something. I'm looking up our stream. Hold on. Yeah, we are very much live. That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, let's go. I mean, just to see like if everything is okay. Just kind of like to kind of try. Oh, I could have also like picked the music for this and everything. I don't know, man. I don't know. But look at this. Look at how awesome this is. You know, like it just so works. I don't know how it works like this, but it works. So you know, we see. Basic shapes. It's all in the basic shapes. So how the hell does the arm works? It's an interesting story. Hold on, let's see. The arm. Oh god damn it. Oh god damn it. Oh god damn it. The arm, it's kinda works. It's almost like stretched, right? Like it's already kinda like here. So it's almost stretched, it's almost not, it's kinda like it's getting there, so it's kinda like this, like you know? I don't know why is it like stretched. Okay, well actually we are going to, because you know how this is like kind of severed because of the reason why. Because I animated it in a way that like it would make sense, but like. Okay, so this part, okay, so this left arm is gonna be a lot more, hold on, a lot more faster animated, because what I need to this is to fall faster than the rest of the Goliath, you know, because since it's like, it's a, this doesn't make sense now, holy hell. If it's like severed, it should kind of like fall in, kind of like, if I kind of can, like kind of like show you where it should fall in, like, and very much like somewhere in, you know, this direction. It's like towards us. Yeah, like pretty much like towards us, you know, it should definitely fall somewhere like towards us and just fall flat, you know. I have to like kind of look at the, okay, you have to look at this because I don't know on this one it's severed or what is it happening here, so we may have a problem here with severing the arm. I mean, it doesn't have to be severed, right? But like for the, oh my Jesus, I'm just drawing with the mouse. But for the sake of the sakes, I mean, we have to kind of like keep the consistency here, right? Is this the one severed? And is this where it ends? Oh my god, it's such a mess. Oh my god, I don't even know. It's like the artist didn't like, was not really like consistent, so, you know, sometimes artists do be like that, you know, artists do be like that, so that's okay, I mean, that's their choice and whatever, that they forget that, oh, this was actually severed. So what are we gonna do here is we're gonna attach it back. Or even if it is severed, we have to kind of like, hold on, can I like, just kind of like, you know, kind of just like look at it. Because it looks like, I mean, okay, there's like a mouth here still. Okay, this is gonna be an interesting one, holy hell. So there's like a still mouth here, so... Okay, so mouth is still here, which means like has to be something kind of like in the 5th one, and then the 6th one, the 7th one. And that one, like well, 7 doesn't really make sense. No. Okay, so there's like really okay, there's gonna be some changes because of the reasons why, because of my vision is a little bit different than the artist's vision for the animation. I mean, it's a little bit of a different approach. It wants a different approach. It wants a different thing. It wants everything different. So we're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. So it'll require a little bit like a different approach. That's okay. That's alright. I mean, you know. So first things first, we're gonna reattach this limb back to the limb, so it doesn't feel, it doesn't feel too alien to us for us to use this. So first things first, we attach this limb where it is. Attach the limb back, or maybe not. I don't know. I'm still kind of like, because now it looks weird. Like yeah, now it looks weird. Okay. Well, think about it. The third one was between the fifth one and the first one. So there we go. And it's the third one. And then this is where we have this. This is where we are going to have a slightly work about this thing. So it's kind of like that. So yeah. It kind of works like that. So it kind of works like that. So something like that, absolutely down, going absolutely amazingly down in the history of historians. That's amazing. That's like straight up amazing. So this one is the fifth one. So in here, it's very much over here. So it doesn't really matter that much, right? Because like this is the leg here. It's not even like visible. So for all I know, it could be like right here, right? We don't need to know. So we don't know essentially. So we don't need to know. Okay, well the third one needs to be like a little bit more skinnier, I think. Just kind of like okay, this is actually looking pretty good. Okay, well, in the third one or fifth one, it needs this to be there needs to be still like some sign of like a mouth, but it doesn't need to be like a big hole. Yeah, there we go. There we go, see how cool it is? How cool animation can be. Okay, well now we're going to do in-betweens of the in-betweens. So this is where, like, really, like, because I don't know, do we have it? Do we have everything? We have the third one, obviously. We have the fifth one, which is like this was the first, like, breakdown. Hold on, what is it? This is called an extreme, where, like, we are, like, going from A and B. This is the extreme. These are the breakdowns, the third and that seventh. And then we're gonna do 8 and 6. And then we're gonna do 2 and 4. So, yeah, that's gonna be an interesting one. So, we're gonna get another folder, don't worry, where we're gonna draw it in a maybe more detail, maybe like in a different speeds, because this thing, like, I would like this to be like falling faster than the whole Goliath. I like the speed of the falling Goliath. That's awesome. But I don't know. It's like maybe the hand should be kind of like falling faster, like, at least like a little bit. I know, but we have like a good animation going, right? Like, it doesn't have eyes, it doesn't have anything, but like it has a good, I suppose, like a thing, 5, 7, 5, 3, and 5. Okay, what I would like to be having here is actually this to be not as protruding on this place, so I kind of would like to a little bit erase this part a little bit and make it look a little bit less, you know, make it a little bit less, you know, so just to make sure that it's like, you know, it kind of follows the rules. So this is pretty much what I kind of want here. It's a very interesting one. I mean, I hope. Well. Okay, so there we go. That's awesome. So okay, so as I said, the third one is the extreme. The first one is the thing. So first one, third one. Let's go. And now we're going for the second one. Okay, this is a problem. Okay, so okay. We have a bit of problems. But don't worry. We can just kind of do this. Okay, now this is what it's called a onion skin, which is what's gonna help me. It's gonna help me do things. I mean, I essentially, you know, it's gonna help me with this thing, for example, which is like, you know, maybe this is like over here already, and you know, this is like over here, and there's a big button, big play button over here, and then there's like maybe like this is like right here, you know, like, yeah, there we go. See how easy this can be. You know, this can lead to some very interesting things. Where it's like, okay, well, you know, this kind of has this thing, but it doesn't have to have the thing. So you know, we're just basically like, you know, doing the same thing, but like, we're basically like, you know, making sure that this is actually falling properly. Awesome. So next up we want to actually, oh my god, I can't like look at it when it's like this. You want to go ahead and just add the green, the bright green. You want to, you know, delete and like think about like how to kind of like do this with the other thing. Hold on. So what we have to do here is to actually do this like a little bit like this. Shoop. And then we have to kind of like move it over here. Okay, so we move it over here, right? But like we have to think about like how these things work. So it's like we have to keep it within the realms of the possibilities, which is like, okay, this is good, this is good, this is good, but this, for example, cannot fly. None of this can actually fly. So it's kind of like, you know, it has to be in between these two. So it has to be kind of like this, maybe. Yes, exactly. See how, you know, awesome that is? Great, awesome. Like, look at that. It's sometimes it's so simple, sometimes it's so weird. But okay, that's pretty much that. This is pretty much like around like the within the spatial cognitions of that. This is very much in between this and that. So okay, this thing. Okay, so let's go over here. I think what I want here is to kind of like push this to here, to somewhat, to some degree at least, you know, so it's like, So it's like, okay, well, yeah, okay. I think that's pretty much there. And then we just, we kind of follow these weird lines, kind of follow these lines, and then just kind of see what happens here. No, let's keep it like that for now. Let's keep it like that. We want to also be able to kind of like create this thing. It's kind of like that. And this is like maybe a little bit like of this, but not as much. And it's actually over here, so it's like, this. And maybe there's like a, we'll think about it. Awesome. I think like we're doing really nice progress here. So let's see. I think I will do these nine. I will do these 9 rough ones. We'll rename the stream for like rough one because we've been here for like about 2 hours now. It's just like, oh my god, and we're not doing exactly nothing like except making the rough edges work, right? Like it's still in the roughness of it, because it's like, oh my god, it's like more animated, which is nice at the same time, but like it's still that kind of like animation that is like, oh god, well, I know. Okay, this one actually, I'll keep it like this, It's a very cool one, but not really. So, like you can see how, it works, essentially, but, so 3, 4 and 5, so 2 and 5 we pretty much have done. We have the legs, we have the body, we have the head, we have everything basically about this one. So we can go on the 4th one, which is a little bit more difficult because once again we are like working with these things, but it again is not that difficult. It looks difficult because it's like, oh my god, it's difficult, but it's literally just in betweening from at this point. It's like easy, like, okay, well, if there's a shape of like a ball right there, there is also a shape of a ball. So there's a shape of a ball. So what? Oh my god, what the hell is happening here? Why there's 50? Why is it not 20 anymore? So, if there's a shape of a ball here, then there's a shape of a ball here, and that's okay. So there's a shape of a ball here, so what? I hope that, like everything can like make sense eventually. So 4, head. This is gonna be interesting one, because we're actually trying to make it so it's the green one. So we're gonna make the green one work. So let's see. Let's make a green one work somehow. Actually, let me just take the 5th one, because I cannot like work with the things. I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, see, this is like way more clear now that you don't have all the red and like blue and green and like all those vibrant colors. You have to kind of be like, okay, well, I'm actually losing my sight here, Matthew. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry about that, my guy. Okay. so we're just gonna like approximately gonna create this thing, this scene. Then we're gonna like move this head right up, right up here, right up the alley. Maybe like a halfway up. I'm not sure where exactly we want it, but I guess this way. You know, and then there's a third one, fourth one, fifth one. So and with fourth one, it's interesting because it's like it's once again. Okay, it actually has to be like a little, not like lower, but like upper, because we want what we want, which is like to be this, to be here, and then for the actual. Where's the face you can hear? Why is the dance with the clicking was down? For this to be kind of like over here as well, so maybe like that. I'm not sure exactly entirely. I mean myself. Because it's just kind of like crazy to think about this one, so but yeah, like something like this where it's like, okay, yes, exactly, see, like it kind of like procedurally closes the mouth. Maybe like a little bit slower, just kind of like make it a little bit lower. You know, like it was yelling, and now it's kind of like it left, so it's like so it's just kind of like my thought process behind it. Yeah, you need to indulge in there. We'll see how long we're going to go for. Holy hell! Look at this! Look at how great this is. Okay. Don't mind my VTuber, actually. It's not exactly, perfect. But I made a VTuber, and it's awesome. Okay, time to work on this piece a little bit longer. So, yeah, I like the idea of like, it's kind of like bored, so it's kind of like, watching this stream is going to be really cool because I'm like actually not like showing the camera or whatever. Nice one, very nice one. Anyway, I've been okay. Let's go. Sorry. I'm just also watching this stream because I'm the only watcher here. Anyway, so that's how we can like create a basic thing. So next up, let's break down each one of these funny, very funny things, which is called legs. So we can like, copy these, these nuts, very much. And we kind of make it so it's like halfway in here as well, so it's kind of interesting. Okay, so no. We make it so it's like this. It's like halfway there. Whoa, halfway there. Whoa, that's really nice. As I say, like I will have to like animate everything by hand. It's gonna be like 9. Like, at what point do we say it's an animation, right? I have a very cool setup what I can show you. Maybe this is gonna make it into a short. I don't know, but the setup that I have actually is called the animation FPS. So a lot of like. We have like the alternate, which is, I don't know what the hell is alternate about. but this is like, like from the first frame, it's like 1, 2, 3. This is also animation, but it's not actually animation. What it is a storyboard, basically. You're like, okay, well, this is like the basic 3 frames in an animation. Like, it moves, sure, but it's not there. Then we have 5, which also it's kind of moving. It's in my eyes it would be animation. It would be kind of like it's crazy. It's crazy because it's like, okay, well, this could be an animatic, right? Because animatic, which is there. And then we have 9, which is what we're doing, which is like kind of like, it's kind of like stuttering, but it works, but it works as an animation. It's like, sure, it's kind of like stutters, but like stutters, but like we can see the motion, right? Like, we can see the motion clearly, and it's obviously 24 XPS, where it's like just where the only difference is like the size of the balls. Sometimes like it's bigger and not just. It's nice. It's like here it's just like, oh well, the eyes can see everything. But like 9 frames is enough, dude. Like, I don't know what you mean. For animation, 9 frames, I think that's enough. Anyway, that's just like something that I've kind of like made for myself. As like, I'm a solo animator, I need to simplify my work. So working with less frames kind of helps me personally. But like, if I want to make more of an impact, if I want to make more of like this animation, for example, I've brought 9 frames over, and I want it to be actually looking pretty nicely, even though it's like in a rough. I can pretty much do that, So with the 9 frames, and just it kind of works. Look at it already. Like, look at how clean it is already. I mean, it's not exactly cleanest, but like we're working with something, and like we have a good idea here. It's insane how insane this is. But yeah, that's pretty much how I kind of see that. So let's continue. 2 more frames or 4 more frames, or I don't know exactly how many more frames, but let's continue. Just end the stream on a good note. Like it's in the rough, but it's really nicely animated. It's pretty much a breakdown, but like whatever. So 4th one. Oh gosh. Okay, so the breakdown of 4th one. This is gonna be an interesting one because it's kind of like that kind of like where it's like hello and it's not even like in there hello, that kind of idea. Like, so it's like, yeah, pretty much I would say for a hand. Yeah, we'll keep it like this for now. This is pretty much like in here. In here. Okay, well, the 4th one actually breaks the 4th wall. That's the 3rd one. The 4th one actually kind of breaks something in here, which it shouldn't happen. So I'm gonna. Actually, it's good. That is actually kind of good. So it doesn't really happen. So yep, that's that. This is the continuation of this thing, which could possibly help us with. Okay, well this is actually where the head is kind of starts to tilt more towards. Oh yeah, there we go. See, like it's actually just starts falling, which is insane. Okay, this hand, like hand, same hand. It's terminate. It's supposed to have claws, but it doesn't know what. I don't care. I mean, just, let me call it the way I want to call it. So. Because it's a 4 quadruped, basically 4 thing. So okay, so let me see here. How does this work? I mean, like it's definitely up here, right? So it's kind of like that. Basically this one just kind of like constantly like falling. I will have to kind of like look at the length and also the thing. But yeah, That's pretty much it. So, look at the strength, look at the length, but it's pretty much because like right here in the seventh, it's kind of like it's a big thing, and then suddenly it's on the seventh, it's like a small thing. Yeah. But I mean, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do it. It's actually kind of like there. Wait, what? That's what the call does. So we just kind of like pretty much draw it like this. We do not care about anything much more than that. We just simply draw it, and then we also have to think about like the leg between these ones. So I think it's like on the spot. It's like this, and it's actually like this. So nice. I think. Yeah, that's pretty much that. So gotta see how it kind of works. The legs also work very nicely. Yeah, I mean, if you close your eyes, I suppose you can kind of like call this a nice animation. We call that like everything is a nice animation. Because like I'm just working with in betweens. I'm like working with the first and the last frame. It's just kind of like trying to find the extreme and just then kind of like smoothing it out. Just motion stuff, just the basic motion stuff that we're doing. If we were to animate it next time, which I hope we will get to, because this is going to be like just not. I don't know if it's going to be just one stream or multiple streams, but I'm just like eventually I'm going to just kind of actually finish it. But here you kind of see like my step by step process of animation, basically, which is just to kind of break it down, make it in between, really easy stuff, big shapes, think about like how the shapes work, and then we can like next time maybe if we make this, we can actually kind of like see how. Like if you want to like push it more in the realistic kind of way, like for example that claw that is detached, we can actually detach it and have its own speed, and maybe some effects. I have no clue what I would add next, but like for rough shape, for animation in rough shape, it's pretty solid, I think. And that's really like what matters. Like, or is the animation solid? Is the animation better? Like, yes. And they're like, in the next, folder, you can kind of like make it a bit less like dense lines. You can actually add some detail. You can actually add some things. Maybe it's gonna look half as good as the actual two like things, because while I can't draw like this because nobody can, I am not the artist. I don't know, I can animate it. Whatever. So okay, let's see. So we're working on the fourth one. Is that done? I feel like it's done. One leg, second leg, third leg, and the fourth leg, it's done. Is it done? I'm not sure if it's done. It is done, holy crap. That's the same thing. Okay, sixth one. Okay. Alright. Sixth one. Okay, fifth one. And the seventh one. That makes the sixth one. So, that's interesting. We want to kind of like I suppose like we want to kind of like go straight up to this one. We don't want like we don't need more more like things behind it, so it's like that we don't need more like wars behind it. I don't think so. So we're just gonna like go down. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's just so hard to just animate on the ground, on the solid ground, Jesus. I broke the chair, so I have to very much improvise to kind of like this is pretty much the same, so I wouldn't make that much of a noise. This kind of like goes still in between, which is like an interesting kind of idea. Like the body is still going in between, which is like a very interesting kind of thing. Which is like, what? It still goes in between. Yeah, it still goes in between. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. It still goes in between. And it's actually going not in between because this thing is in here, so it kind of goes this way. So right now I want to know what the hell are we doing here? There we go. Kind of like that, but not exactly. So what we have in here? I think we'll have like this kind of thing, and then this kind of thing right here, which is like okay. Maybe. Yeah, pretty solid. Let's say. This claw is gonna need so much work. I mean, it's going to need so much work, obviously, because it's just a claw that we don't know what to do with. we don't know what to do with this claw. I'm sorry, man. I did not know. I don't know myself, so. It's gonna take a little bit of work, I don't know. I'm just hoping that everything's gonna be okay by the time, we do this. This claw is gonna be interesting because it kind of like already can get 7 is this thing. Actually, it's not gonna be that difficult. Look at this. You can just do this. In the middle. It's always in the middle. It kind of is like this, which is like hold on. Yeah, and the middle is this. This is pretty much the middle here. No, this is not the middle. This is the middle. I'm stupid. I'm stupid as fuck. Hold on. Yeah, that's nice. That's very nice. Siberia's sending me stuff, which is nice. I'm kind of like thinking about this one right now. It's just not exactly beautiful, not exactly there yet. So let's just kind of like watch it. So on that, no. This is not good because it's kind of like. Six is this way, so it's way too big here as well. So yeah, I need it to be like a little bit slower, just a little bit, just like around here maybe. There we go, maybe 5, 6, 7. Maybe, I don't know, I'm not exactly good at animation, so we'll see. We'll see what comes up out of it. Yeah, but no, I think this is pretty accurate. That's, I think, pretty good. 'Cause it's I don't like that it kind of like disappears, but it has to. Like that armor has to kind of like disappear from it. Because of the reason why, I don't know. But hey, that's just how we managed to do that. So, like it's just kind of like that, and we just pretty much do this with the other thing, and then there's this thing, which is like the other thing. So yeah, it's pretty much like this. So. Okay, so 6, 7, and then 8. Finally we're going to the 8. Oh my goodness, that was like quite extreme, quite thing. And I'm just trying to like kind of speed run this because it's not like really that like that thing. But this is pretty much how you kind of do animations. Took me a few years to realize like, oh good, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. And yeah, as I say, I have like a shit ton of work always. There's nothing like no like rest or anything. It's just work until I am not but dust and bone. So it's a little bit kind of difficult, a little bit difficult to kind of work around this place. But I don't mind it. It's just kind of like crazy, but it's just do be like that, Nice. So next up we can kind of like copy this one because it's like that. We can shove it up here in between this one and this one, kind of like that. Kind of like that. So I'm kind of hoping that's like that. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm hoping I'm right. I don't know if I'm half right. Yeah, I do. It's once again, it's a little bit like of a difficult choice. Difficult choices require difficult choices. What can I say? It's a difficult choice to not make difficult choices, but it is what it is. We have to make these choices in order to feel the choice. Okay, nice. So that's the backbone, that's the back thing, that's the head. Head is not really easy because it's like literally just this again. This shape again. Just a little bit upper. And there we go, it's a little bit upper. Good, just in between stuff, just there we go. So and then we have this thing, which is kind of like a little bit difficult stuff because of why not. We're pretty much going in there and we're trying to do it the best we can. So nice. So that's nice. And then the back leg, obviously, it's an easy task because it's all in between. It's just the animating in between. It's nothing that difficult. Come on, guys. You should know this by now. No, I'm joking. I'm obviously joking. It's just not that easy. It never was that easy, but hey, somebody had to do it. Okay, so we just. What the hell is happening here though? Like it's just kind of stops. 8 and then just boom 9. I don't know what happens there, but so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so it's kind of interesting to I don't know what's happening there, but yeah, well, we have it. We have this, so that's pretty cool, I would say. I mean, we got it. So yep. This is the final product, everybody. I mean, not like the final product, obviously, but like for a rough idea, like it's pretty great. I think, right? Just look at that, like just. Falls down and just pretty nicely kind of like front section, his mouth and everything, kind of like just go boom. It falls. It falls. It's great. It's awesome. I'm pretty proud of myself. Yeah, sure, it's not extremely detailed. It's not even that great, but like that was not the point, right? That's not the point. That's never the point. The point is to make an animation, goddammit. make the animation work somewhat. I don't like this 8 one. What the hell is happening here? I did everything right. So what the hell's happening here? Oh my god. Isn't it just because of this thing? I don't know why, but I don't know what's happening here, but aha. See? I thought something was off. So, as I can see, from what I can tell, this thing is pretty hefty. Hold on. So we kind of have to do this one, and then this one, kind of like that. But like, I feel like this is a pretty good work we did here today. Right? How's it? 6:10. Yeah, exactly. We can end the stream now. You've seen the whole thing. The time lapse is going. So it's just pretty much that. That's just pretty much it, man. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, I'm stopping the stream, everybody. I'm stopping the streaming. Okay, so guys, see you next time. And yeah. So, bye. Hi, bye. Yeah, bye. Bye.